It's Friday. It's time for another Diversity Community Newscast for April 2nd, 2021 by host Harriet Tinka and myself, Rayyah Sempala. Sponsored by Rayyah Plumbing and Heating. Here are the headlines for this week. Spring has erupted all around us. Your kids are now on spring break, bringing down the house while you struggle on how to contain them. With COVID-19 restrictions in place, we put together some options for you. Discover the multicultural half of the lovely city of Grande Prairie, Alberta's 7th largest city. After Diversity TV Community Newscast, Diversity TV in the Community brings to you a specific panel on filing your taxes during this COVID-19 pandemic. What to look out for. Now the news in detail with Harriet Tinka.
Thank you, Larry. Now, before we go to the news this week, a very important note. After our very exciting tour of the lovely city of Grande Prairie, in a couple of weeks, we will embark on our new tour of Southern Alberta in the cities of Calgary, Lethbridge, and Medicine Hat, digging out untold stories, as well as sharing new copies of the special edition of Diversity Magazine Black History Month and Women's Day Special. Want to connect? Please let us know.
The first news item we have gathered for you this week is a visit to discover how to keep healthy and stay fit in a period of pandemic. We made a visit to the boot camp of Edmonton-based Charlie Kabuya. Harriet, we were actually on site for this.
Oh, we really were. And she really made us work. We were training, we were lifting weights, we were doing a little bit of dancing. And we really felt like this is exactly what we need, especially during COVID-19, staying fit in an isolated period.
Yes, so Charlie's program is complemented with healthy meals, and it's called I Prep, You Eat.
Oh, I like that. I prep, you eat. I want to eat. Excellent.
This bootcamp, it's a fitness program that help women and men out there to lose weight and tone out their body. With COVID, I was blessed to have that because it helped me put in place my company, and we work through our Zoom program. It's on Zoom app. So all you have to do is you sit on your comfort of your home, you download the Zoom app, and then you can log into my program, and we work out live together.
Oh, wonderful.
Spring just erupted all around us. The rivers are still partly frozen, but the weather is warming up.
Oh, that's sweet. I know that the kids are dying to get out of there. It's spring break. Your kids are bringing down the house. Easter is down the road, but how do you keep kids busy this spring?
Oh, there are lots of activities. There are lots of online activities for kids which you can search online to keep your little ones busy during this spring break. The city of Calgary put together some exciting online options for you at calgary.ca.
Wow, I think a lot of parents should really get into that website and check out some of the activities that the kids can do during spring break. However, if you're looking at the outdoor fun stuff, there are options too.
Yes, and this week in Edmonton, the Valley Zoo reopened for outdoor visits only, as indoor activities are not allowed due to COVID-19 restrictions. For more information, please go to valleyzoo.ca.
But what if you love to hike, maybe climb up the hill? What can people do?
You may want to go hiking in the city parks or drive out of town. Remember that indoor gatherings are still prohibited, while outdoor gatherings are limited to 10 people maximum.
That's still okay, because at least you get to see people and you don't get isolated as it was before. Now in Calgary, you can take your kids to a community nature adventure playground. Have you been there?
I have not, but I hear it's fun.
Oh, yes. Well, you can go on a self-guided walking tour or take part in a nature break at the Inglewood Bird Sanctuary. You can also book a fire pit. A fire pit. That sounds like something we all need to do. In a park nearby. Go on a scavenger hunt or consider meeting family and friends in one of the adaptive roadways that are set up to provide space to walk, run, skateboard, and cycle during the pandemic.
Yes, and the city of Calgary has put together a number of at-home activities for kids and teens to give you inspiration and also have great resources from partners like Telespark and the Calgary Public Library.
Lots of activities for all the kids out there that are on a spring break. Now parents can really feel relieved that there's lots of options out there.
Yes, and one of the things that has been really helpful in this community is people giving out laptops. Because, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, not everyone has access to the laptops.
It's amazing that you take it for granted, especially for people who already have laptops. They just don't really realize some people really need this. Not everybody can afford them. So that's that's great news.
Yes. The Sierra Leone community in Edmonton dishes out laptops to support students during this tough COVID-19 period. Diversity TV witnessed the handing out of laptops to students in the community.
Wow, that's super exciting. I'm sure they were all grateful to just receive this laptop that is going to make a difference in their education journey.
Yes, and it's really important to have access to a laptop, especially during this time where almost all students are online learning.
Yes. Even the ones on virtual, I think, because sometimes you don't know when your class has to, when there's somebody in the class that has COVID-19, the whole class has to go on virtual. So even the ones going in person also need a laptop.
We have given 37 computers so far, and we have about a few more to go to 40 in the mentorship program, where the Sierra Leone Community Association have provided lesson teachers for all our kids from grade 4 to grade 12 in math, science, English, and social study, including IT as well. So they have 1 hour a day, 4 days a week. And it's really benefiting these kids. It's helping the parents in terms of this during this pandemic, for them saving money, getting free laptop from the community as well. So that's what we're doing right now.
This can help me because at school, maybe I don't understand some things. And then when I come home, I can come do this, and then it could help me, tutor me, so I can learn more and understand the subject, my subject that I need. And I didn't have a computer before, so now it's easier for me to do my schoolwork and for me to learn better. And with this, I feel like I could excel my learning. With this, I feel like I can excel my learning, and my learning can go to the top essential.
Hi, my name is Memuna Tukonte. I'm the mother of Abdul Karim Kamara. I'm so happy for this computer because it will make him busy after school. So whenever I come home, he will have something that he will be doing on the computer, like when the classes, if he have anything from school, like to do homework, he will be able to do his homework on the computer.
Now, a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we'll learn about the work of some of the women on our Women's Day list.
Yes. So we're still continuing our list of Women's Day Special 2021 in Alberta, and we'd like our audience to meet some of the women who made it on the list. Diversity Magazine Women's Day Special 2021.
Wonderful, because the award-winning comedian, actor, prolific host, tireless anti-racism advocate, fierce feminist, and model. Wow, she's well decorated.
Yes, Adora is the real deal. Named one of Calgary's top 10 best dressed by Avenue magazine, she has worked with Shaw Television Canada, the cultural media magnate Omni Television, and is the creator and host of the web series Living a Creative Life, now in its second season. At over 6 foot, Adora has strut like no other.
Ooh, Adora. Adora has keynoted at TEDx YYC. That's a big deal. TEDx Calgary, YYC. Hosted Canada Day 150 and Alberta Culture Days, and has emceed and advocated at comedy, culture, and anti-racism events across the province.
Yes, a trusted and outspoken voice in the community, Adora has been on the board of directors for the Nigerian Association and FemWave, Calgary's feminist music and arts festival, and has worked with Africa Day Festival, Carrie West, Calgary's Nigerian Canadian Association, Young Women in Power, and many more.
She is a trailblazer. I gotta meet her. Wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
You were a model too, Harriet, weren't you?
I was. I did a lot, but she's inspiring to all of us. And just doing all those things that she's doing, I think we all get inspired to keep on going. We have another special lady who's just as inspiring.
Joy Thomas. Joy Thomas is the Vice President of the National Black Coalition of Canada, Edmonton, NBCC. Joy has dedicated 20 plus years to active community service, such as organizing Alberta Days events and Black History Month events like Gospel Concert, Awards, and many more.
She's unstoppable. Joy Thomas. Now we have another inspiring woman of the month.
Yes, and now we're going on to the medical field, to Morineke Eniola Olasebikan. She is a pharmaceutical manufacturing inventor, a licensed clinical pharmacist, and the owner of a Shoppers Drug Mart pharmacy in Edmonton, Alberta. Morineke is the chair of the Ribbon Rouge Foundation, which she founded and scaled into $1 million social enterprise, addressing health disparities for marginalized Black people.
That's another trailblazer. Now, for all of you listening to us, you can read more about the amazing women for Diversity Women's Day Special here on, you can go on the website, www.diversitymag.ca.
Discover the multicultural half of Grande Prairie, Alberta's 7th largest city.
Do you happen to know what the other 6 largest cities are?
I might know a few, but do you know them, Harriet?
I do. Starting with Calgary, Edmonton, Red Deer, and now I'm going to challenge you to say the other 3.
Yes, I believe they might be Lethbridge, St. Albert, Medicine Hat, and the 7th, Grande Prairie.
You bet. Now, when 3 people of African descent are running for a seat at the highest table in the city, that signifies that the multicultural community in that city is growing in strength, in confidence, and yearning for representation.
Yes, and according to Grande Prairie's 2015 municipal census, the city has a population of about 69,000, a stunning 36% increase from its 2007 population.
That's a big growth. I suppose if you were to round it off, that would be about 3.6% every year since 2007.
Yes,
That's
Grande Prairie has witnessed a steady population growth with a young demography, a good place to grow a family, as designed by all the community and business leaders Diversity spoke to.
a captivating landscape at the entrance, a lovely city built in a gentle slope, a busy mall where most people in the region go to, a busy downtown core making distances closer to each other, and an increasingly diverse community with all 3 stores selling African groceries opened within the last 5 years.
Impolo Beauty Store and Salon moved to GP, as it's called, by the locals a couple of years ago from Edmonton and seems to be doing fine so far. Fleeky Market expanded to GP from Red Deer during this coronavirus pandemic and is also doing just fine. Crown Beauty, started by owner Clarice Owase in 2017, has accumulated a collection of business recognition of excellence, including some from the local chamber of commerce.
A charming Ethiopian restaurant, now taken over by a Nigerian couple, blends Nigerian and Ethiopian cuisine into a culinary culture fusion. Divine Nigerian and Ethiopian cuisine sits in the center of the busy downtown core, connected to many other neighborhoods, forming an economically vibrant region.
Grande Prairie is a welcoming, warm, diverse, and inclusive community where everyone dreams of living. We're available to welcome and help those who decide to come and settle in Grande Prairie, live with their family, and raise their children in French and English. Paul Ravin Ngamital, one of the 3 candidates of African descent for the October 2021 Grande Prairie municipal election, who also runs a welcome center for francophone newcomers to GP called Canada in Progress.
That's a big deal. Grande Prairie, as it's known, GP as they call it, is definitely a place where we all want to go visit and really support the locals there that are really growing. And it's only been 5 years, I believe, that they've been booming.
Yes. But now we're going to come back to Edmonton for fashion and beauty.
Ooh, my favorite part of the news, fashion and beauty time on Diversity TV. So this week, we go back to visit Quick Fix, hair and beauty supply on 118 Avenue in Edmonton. Like, look at our hair.
Yes. Me and Harriet got this hair from Quick Fix. Quick Fix sells beauty products such as hair extension and also has a full functioning salon on 10422 118 Avenue here in Edmonton. For more information, please go to quickfixit.ca.
A beautiful place to go because we did talk to the owner, Teresa, and she's so welcoming, and she invites all of you to go see her store and get all your beauty and just enhance your beauty already, because you're all already beautiful. We all need some enhancement.
This week, we are celebrating the work of Andilea Nyasha, who is revolutionizing toys traditionally made for white kids through her online store, Be You Kids. Be You Kids is a multicultural store dedicated to bringing toys from all over the world for children of all ethnicities, cultures, and abilities.
Now, Be You Kids was founded by Adile Yasha Fumpa, an early childhood educator based in Edmonton, Canada, who realized that the mainstream industry does not cater to all groups of children. Her mission is to bring beautiful toys into the market for children of all cultures, ethnicities, and backgrounds.
All children deserve toys that give them a sense of dignity, respect, and show them that they are valued. This helps in the development of their self-esteem, how they view themselves, and eventually increases their sense of self-worth. Hear from Andilea in her own words.
I'm an early learning educator, early childhood educator. And my business started when I was looking for a doll for my niece, and I couldn't find enough black dolls for her. So I decided to do some research, and I found some.
Wow.
Online?
So this is the star of the show, because she has the African textured hair. It feels just like, 4C hair, like the Afro hair. It feels exactly like that. And she's the first of her kind, because doll machines, they actually don't have this kind of hair. It's more like the silky straight synthetic hair. And so it's very hard to find dolls with this hair texture.
We now go to the coronavirus project cool times. COVID-19 restrictions apply during this spring break. What does it mean?
So, some COVID-19 guidance from the city of Calgary during this spring break. If you meet with friends or family outside, sit closest to those in your household and arrange the seats so people are 2 meters apart from each other. You can set up some space heaters or a fire pit to stay warm while you're outdoors.
What a great idea. Fire pits. And during the COVID-19, you still feel like you are still part of the family, but you're doing your social distancing. Great idea.
Yes. According to the chief of SEMA, Sue Henry, have guests bring their own snacks, food and drinks, or provide individual snacks to avoid sharing plates and serving utensils.
Boy, so much has changed since COVID-19. Gone are the days when you could pass the plate from one person to the other. Not anymore.
Not anymore. It is also important to let your guests know that it is okay to cancel last minute if they feel unwell.
Yes, good excuse, I think. And it's not really an excuse, it's legit. If you're not feeling well, really, you should not be joining a crowd of people so that you don't want to pass on any sort of virus or illnesses towards them. So that's why there are some great options to connect with friends or relatives in a virtual way.
Yes, you can participate virtually in a religious service, play virtual games, or have a group video call as a way to stay connected to loved ones. Have a wonderful and safe Easter celebration.
Wonderful. Is the Easter Bunny coming to your house?
The Easter Bunny might come. We have a lot of hares and rabbits here in Edmonton. In international news, or should I say, in fiery news.
This is a very interesting story, one that we all need to be familiar with.
Yes. So, this interesting story goes to a rapper in America named Lil Nas. Shoemaker Nike Inc. has sued for trademark infringement. A New York-based company that made the 666 Satan shoes, rumored to have a drop of human blood in collaboration with rapper Lil Nas X.
This has been a big deal in media right now because the 21 years old Grammy Award winning rapper used the shoes to launch his new album in which he dances with Satan.
Wow, this is a very interesting story.
Yes, it is, and it continues to be in the media. We'll just continue to follow it.
Yes, now Diversity TVs bring to you Dish of the Week. What do we have for food today, Harriet?
Like I always say, food and fashion, my favorite topics. Fried chicken, yum. The finished product coming off the kitchen is a unique version of fried chicken that is soft, soupy, tasty, and very presentable. The way of Chef Selassie of Selassie's Grill on 8604 112th Avenue, Northwest Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Bon appetit!
Bon appetit! We have a lot of announcements this week. Edmonton will host a very important diversity conference this summer on July 6th to 10th at 9 a.m., inviting big names like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. III. For tickets, please go to diversityconference.ca.
The University of Alberta is now accepting applications from Black high school students for the University of Alberta Black Youth Mentorship and Leadership Program. This is an interdisciplinary program that seeks to socially and economically empower Black youths. For more information about the program, you can go to their website, and the deadline is April 15.
Yes. Now, Empower Black Entrepreneurs to Lead Successful Businesses Projects program. The aim of this program is to support Black entrepreneurs by providing information, strategies, and resources to help them increase their capacity and viability to innovate their businesses and overcome the impact COVID-19 has had on their businesses. The support services would equip them to drive their businesses forward and identifies ways to help their businesses prosper through webinars, forums, workshops, coaching, business skills development, training, peer group, peer supports, and more best practices related to entrepreneurship.
That's a big deal. I think a lot of those businesses could really use the support, and they can go on their website to get more information. How would you improve policing?
Well, you tell EPS your feedback because it matters. Everyone is welcome to share their ideas and experiences at these new community listening sessions. But space is limited, so please register early or leave your comments at epsinput.ca.
Some of the upcoming opportunities to participate are a Zoom listening session with Chief Del McPhee. The event happens on Tuesday, April 20, 2021, from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Another Zoom listening event with Chief Del McPhee will be on Tuesday, May 18, 2021, from 6 to 8:30. To register for these events, please go to www.epsinput.ca. Okay. I had no call, not even an interview, but after joining Solomon College, I've got over 4 interviews already. Alex Edeli, a student at the Quest program at Solomon's College in Edmonton. Solomon College prepares students for a job in the modern distribution centers and warehouses. The Quest program is starting in April 2021. They have 20 spaces available, and they're currently accepting applications. Mark and his student Alex tell us more.
More than 4. Some of them, they are second interviews because they are selecting. So that means I'm getting more and more close to the job. When I say like this, is not for small companies, for big companies like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Canadian Tire, all those big companies, they need a lot of warehouse associates. So this training is making us good qualifier for this position.
Of course, Alex has lots of skills, but we're giving him the Canadian experience. I think Habitat for Humanity, that was a great idea. So he's there. He can put that on the resume. He can also put our training program on the resume, and so it's relevant to those places he wants to apply to. He's already skilled. He's already has excellent customer service, but now we're making his experience Canadian, and so it's recent. And so now people, they often won't consider you if your experience is from another country, unless you have some something to put on your resume that's local. So that's what we're giving. I think basically in terms of reaching out to them, I think I love our program. I think we're giving them great skills with the warehouse management system, and so and there's a lot of different jobs that are using any type of tracking, like with merchandising and put away. So but yeah, so that's basically that's how we're helping them. We're giving them Canadian experience, but we're also giving them good skills, and yeah, so basically that.
We now begin our panel on filing your taxes during this COVID-19 pandemic. What to look out for. Thank you for watching Diversity TV Community Newscast from Harriet Tinka and Rayyah Sempala.
Please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you are the first to receive the news as we upload it. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We also do have a website.
Yes, you can find us on www.diversityplus.ca.
See you next week. Have a good weekend.
Happy Easter.
Thank you so much for joining us here on the Diversity TV panel. We're absolutely honored and excited to have a CPA here who's going to share with us some tips on what to look for when we're filing our income tax. And the income tax deadline is coming up. April 30th is when you should be doing your taxes on time without suffering any penalty. So welcome our CPA, and she's going to introduce herself because I don't want to butcher her name. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Harriet, for having me. My name is Ima Dikeshitu from Beacon Accounting Services. Yeah, so a couple of new things this year because of COVID-19. In the first place, the government of Alberta gave individuals emergency support help. I think the first amount was $1,146. So you'll be reporting it this year in your personal income tax as grant given to you. There's also the CERB, the CERB. There is the CBA for corporations, and CEWS, that is SUS, for payroll assistance given to people. There is also SOS, SERS. This is rent assistance given to corporations for their rental offices. So all these things this year, the CRA has updated the tax form to include them. So you need to be reporting them. Also, if you're an employee and you worked from home, you are allowed to deduct home office of $2 per day for a maximum of $400 for 2020. So these are some of the new things that came up in addition to the regulars.
Wonderful. Those are great tips to have. I had no idea that we could do that. Deducted $2 a day. That's great information. Now, if people make mistakes in the income tax, as an example, is there a way to do it? Because I know sometimes we get a bit nervous when we make mistakes. Is that forgivable? Is that something we can do? Please share what we could do.
Yeah, so I always advise everybody to try to work with your accountant. Don't do it yourself. And a lot of time, the money that accountants charge for these personal income taxes are very minimal. So instead of you stressing yourself, sweating, and making mistake, do it right the first time by giving it to the accountant. Anyway, in the event of any problem, there's no cause for alarm. Make sure, give your accountant access to your CRA account. It's called Represent a Client. The client will go online and amend the mistakes you made.
Well, that's great. It's good to know.
It's not, yeah.
That's great. And one of the other questions I was going to ask you is, with COVID-19, a lot of the people have really being affected with income. Now, when they start filing the taxes and they realize they do owe the government some money, is there a way they can ask Revenue Canada to forgive them for the penalty, for the amount they owe the government? Or is there some kind of a payment plan that can be negotiated with the government?
Yeah, you can always negotiate a payment plan with the government through your accountant or your representative. I've not heard that the government of Canada saying that they will forgive people for tax debt this year or taxes payable. I have heard that US is doing something like that, but I have not heard CRA say anything like that. So, but your accountant can reach out to CRA and inform them that the client, his client or her client has financial difficulties, and they might be able to spread it, Yeah, and if you're a corporation, you're not actually expected to pay all your tax at one bullet. You can spread them into 4 quarters, but with the consent of a CRA. Yeah. So,
oh, that's great news. It's great news for the corporations. That's excellent. Is there any? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Is there anything?
I'm done.
Is there anything you want to add to our audience that they should know that you probably may not have shared at the beginning? I know you gave us a lot of information.
Yeah, all I will say is that the Black community and everybody for that matter, they should learn to use their accountants to file their taxes. That takes away the stress from you, and you can focus 100% to do your work. They will be able to get you all your eligible deduction without missing one. And then there will not be any mistake. There won't be need for amendments. And again, if you give them, if you want to take a deduction that you are not eligible for, they will advise you right away that you are not eligible, and they won't include it. So that way you avoid the reassessment and the audit and all those things that bring stresses to taxpayers.
Yes, I totally agree with that. I agree with that. Use your accountant. As a CPA myself, I echo what Emma is saying. So use your accountant for the tax season or anything else in your business that you require. Now, Eva, how can people get a hold of you if they want to get their taxes done on time by your company?
Yeah, we are at Unit 250, 100 4th Street, Southeast, downtown. You can also inbox us in info@beaconaccountingservices.com or call us on 403-973-0400. You can also go to our website and fill out a contact form, www.beaconaccountingservices.com, and we will reply to you.
Oh, excellent. So we're going to have that information for you, for our audience, in case they missed it while it was being echoed. So thank you so much for sharing those tips. Those are tips that we all need, because when it comes to taxes, I think most of us don't really want to do it, but it's something we have to do. It's a requirement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got to do it. That's why if you don't want to do it, we have professionals that love to do it and enjoy doing them and are professional at it, just like Ima. So thank you so much, Ima, for taking the time and sharing these tips. And I'm hoping everybody will take these tips to heart and really make them active. So once again, thank you. We will see you soon.
My pleasure, Harriet.
Yeah, take care. Thanks again.
Take care, bye.
Yeah, bye for now.
Okay.